So, do you think that aborting a child because of, let's say, Down syndrome is justifiable?
I wouldn't use justifiable, but maybe another word, because this has to be personal decision by the couple. Uh-huh. Medical, they may say is good or it's not good, but the ultimate decision rests with the parent or the couple.
Okay.
If they consider everything and they still want to abort it, fine. If they also want to maintain it, regardless of all the knowledge that they have received, that is also fine.
What will you do if, let's say, you dictate that you have your unborn child has, let's say, a Down syndrome, like something?
For me, ultimately, I would abort it. Ultimately, yes. All things considered, because it's not just about the Down syndrome. There are so many factors that you look at. One is autonomy. It is our body. It is our decision. It is we are the ones who are responsible for bearing our children,
Okay.
and we don't want to have a child with this kind of disease, because it is a lifelong disease.
Yeah.
It is not something that they'll get better tomorrow.
Okay.
They probably are going to get worse with time and age.
Okay.
So it is not something that I would want to bring to earth for such a reason. Also, when you look at the lifelong care, you are going to care for the person for a very long time.
Okay.
You have to plan your life, your entire life around that child. Whether you are outside, you have to, even if you are going to relocate, you have to make sure that certain things are arranged in a specific way for the child, because the child has special needs. Some I know that they are allergic to loud noise. So even with that can affect where you relocate to.
Yeah.
So places that are very noisy neighborhood or things like that, you'll avoid that. In a way, it may affect you, because maybe you want to live in this particular city or this particular style, but because of your child's condition, you have to go the other way. And also, if you look at the the fact that the person is going to suffer from day one till they eventually die.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want someone to come to earth right from birth. You go to
The person is
hospital, do
suffering.
scan, do everything, almost your entire life.
Yeah.
So even not for myself, just for the sake of the child itself, himself or herself, you just have to spare them the stress. You understand? So that's what I'll say.
So you are a Muslim.
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Is abortion not haram or a sin in your religion?
It is, but in certain situation, it is acceptable or permitted.
Okay.
You understand?
By your religion?
Yes, in certain situations, in situations where the pregnancy is going to affect the life of the mother.
Okay. Okay.
If the life's mother is at risk, then it is permitted for her to abort it.
Yeah.
And in situations like this, some of the scholars are probably saying if the child has formed fully into a human being,
Yeah.
then you are not allowed to abort it. But
Okay.
if the child is now forming and it has been detected right from that time, then it is permitted. But regardless, like I said from the beginning, it all boils down to being personal decision.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. So this conversation we are going to have it based on your personal view and your religion. So everything that you have to say has to be your opinion.
okay.
So you say scholars. So the scholars that we are talking about, are they, let's say, Islamic or Muslim scholars?
Yes, they are Islamic scholars. It is in some of the Islamic teachings. Yes, but because this is not something that occur every day, they don't tend to talk about it all the time.
Okay.
You will not go to a mosque on Friday or an occasion and you hear the imam or the preacher talking about this. No, these are special things, and they only talk to couple or parents who are going through this situation.
Situation. Okay.
So
Okay.
you may think it is not in Islam, but it is. When you are faced with that
Yes, yeah.
situation, then you get the knowledge that is there and what Islam says about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So some people argue that the topic I got the topic from a YouTuber who aborted a child because of this Down syndrome thing. Some people also argue that the child is a life that you are going to have. So why would you take the life? What should we see?
Well, taking a life.
Because they some people they said it's a special they are special child, so you don't need to take their life because of, let's say, the disability that they are having. Down syndrome or trisomy 21 is a genetic condition that causes distinct physical features, learning challenges, and behavioral changes. It occurs when you are born with an extra copy of chromosome 21. Researchers don't know why this happened. With improved medical care, people with Down syndrome are now living into adulthood.
So when you look at those who are in favor of not taking the life of their child, they are looking at discrimination.
Yeah,
And everyone has the right to live,
yeah.
no matter their condition or
Yes,
their state.
yes, yeah.
And that is a fair argument. That is a fair argument. Others are also saying that when we eliminate, in this case, when we abort a child like that, we are trying to reduce diversity in the human race.
Yeah.
These are all very, very good arguments, but it is not like something that someone else is going to take care of. Even for a normal child, you are going to take care of your thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
And now the child has special needs.
yeah,
It is not just any special needs. These are specific needs that you have to constantly and all the time be aware and always
be available.
be available for your child.
Yeah,
So if you feel as a human being you can do this, or this is what you want to do for
Yeah.
your child, that is your personal decision you have to make. But for me, I don't think I have the time. I will have the time, the patience, and the resources to be able to give constant care to the child. That is a personal decision. Someone may think otherwise. Yes. Even if let's just say my wife is pregnant and there's a complication between her and the child, I would advise that
the child goes.
they save the mother.
Yeah,
You understand? That is also a personal decision.
yeah,
You get it?
yeah.
But with that one, maybe I would have to talk about it with my wife and we all decide ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yes. So there are people who say these are, like I said, they give counter arguments. It makes sense, but ultimately, it is not someone who is going to look after the child for you. You are the one going to look after your child,
Yeah.
whether it's a normal child or not. So you have to also consider certain things. So that's what I have to say.
So I would you say that the society is hypocrite because we have these children in our society and normally they face like let's say bullying. So if people are arguing like that, do you think that we are being hypocrite because even the society doesn't treat them well?
So you see, I would say the society doesn't even understand what disease that is. When you say Down syndrome, people have various misconception and assumption and things to say about Down syndrome. They don't even really know what Down syndrome is
Yeah.
to be able to cope or adapt with that person. So even in society, they don't know what it is. They feel, okay, this is, maybe you want to do something and then this is the result, that is what you are facing, or may ascribe different reasons to it. It means the society also see it in a different way.
Yeah.
And as humans, we are social beings.
Yeah.
You understand? We live in a community, we live in a society.
Yeah.
Even if you want to take a personal decision, you have to consult, talk to others, see what they have to say.
Your family.
Yes, you understand. Some people, they are very, very strong-willed, that they want to do it no matter what. They can go ahead. And if you are even lucky to detect it at pregnancy, then thank God.
Yeah.
Because some children, their symptom, or they don't get to diagnose them until they are very old, probably 14, 15. With that, how are you going to deal with it now that the person is already a full human being and living his life? You understand? Now you have to adjust your whole life. Because they definitely do have specific needs. So even from schooling, from the way they behave socially and everything, it can affect their education. Yes. So if you as a parent ultimately decide that this is the condition of the child that I'm coming to give birth to, and I want to go ahead with it, well, that is your choice.
So if let's say you are the richest man, or let's say you are Dangote, and you have a child like this, are you still going to abort it?
Well, since you say it's a personal question, I will still go for no. I'm not going to give birth to a child like that.
Even if you have the resources?
Yes. Once I detect that this is the condition, I'll just I'll just speak to my wife, and then we'll know the best way. But I'm not going to give birth to
Down syndrome.
a child with Down syndrome.
Oh, okay. Because first you said resources, and I agree with you that as a young guy starting life, I don't think you should accept or allow that, because it is going to take all your life, because the child can't do anything, most of them. And you have to be available almost all the time. And you guys are just young, the woman and you. That one I agree. But if you have the resources, like let's say you are Dangote and you are rich, but still not to your view, you know good well.
I will help people who are having
Down syndrome.
issues with Down syndrome.
By you, yeah.
No.
See, it's a sensitive topic, and I think that we need to talk about it. And as a society, we need to have like honest conversation about Down syndrome. We shouldn't be emotional and using religion to, let's say, threaten people or scare people about their decision. He is saying that, I don't know about Christian side, but he is saying that based on your faith, you can do it, right?
It's not permissible to take a life in certain situations.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
You can take it. So that's what he's saying. I don't know what you think. If you're a Muslim, you can leave your comments in the comment section. If you're a Christian, you can also educate us on if, let's say, you have a Down syndrome or you have complication where a child will not have like a normal life, you can take it. You can leave that education to in the comment section. Today, the topic is just simple. We just want to have conversation about it and also get like a perspective from other religion. And he's a Muslim, I'm a Christian. For me, I don't know if you can take a child's life if like there are some things that you need to look at or something. I don't know. So yeah, and also even people are aborting without the Down syndrome. So what do you think?
Ultimately, bringing a child to this world
Yeah.
is a personal decision. Ultimately, all things considered. So if you are rich, you want to give birth, it's on you. If you are poor, you want to give birth, it's still on you. So abortion is ultimately a personal decision that you have to take. Yes. So that's my point.
Okay.
And to add to that, very recently there is news about former Chelsea player who signed for Real
Exactly.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Yes, Marco Corella.
Yeah.
Yes. You see, it is reported that he has a child with Down syndrome,
Yeah.
and he selects his team based on the needs that are available at the next team he's going.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if Manchester wanted to sign him, he would have to assess the community. Do they have special needs where his child is going to get the best care, best hospital where they are going to attend to him? So you see, it might be a good opportunity for him as a player. Good wages, good opportunity to probably even win the Champions League or the world best or something. But because of his child, he would have to reconsider
A lot of things.
and take a different decision.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes. So ultimately, it is a personal decision.
It's a tough one.
If you want to devote yourself to your child, that is for you. Right?
And he has to. He said he has to leave his hair for his child to identify him.
Can you see? So these are all some of the sacrifices that you have to do. Definitely, once you make your mind that you want to have a child, if you didn't even know that the child has Down syndrome till he grows, that is even different.
Yeah.
You know this child coming is going to or is having this condition, and you said, okay, I will have it. And that is on you. That is a personal choice.
Yeah.
You understand? The doctors, they can advise you what to do, try and tell you that there's medication, there's research, you give birth, and now you realize that it is now someone is starting trial. They've not even tested anything. You follow research. You may never get any proper thing or any form of solution. You understand?
Yeah.
So if it is something you want to do, why not?
Even in the same interview, he said he would, if he had opportunity, he would forgo his money for healthy children. So that means like it's a difficult thing to handle as a man or as parents.
Yeah, I agree. If I was a very rich man, I would support causes that help children with Down syndrome and other form of disability. But for me to have one,
no,
I don't see myself having one.
So guys, I don't know what you think. Would you, if you have money, would you accept it if, let's say, you detect it during the early stage that your wife or you are going to have a Down syndrome child? Would you, if you have the resources, let's say you are Dangote, would you allow it? Just leave it in the comment section, and also give us the reason why you would not allow such situation to happen to you. And today I'm doing this with Rashid. You guys are going to see him more often on this channel. My name is Jelly, and I will see you in the next video.
Hi, I'm Tracy. Subscribe to Godey Studio.
Sunana Naj, young Kuriku, subscribe to Godey Studio. Ngodi.
Hi, Midinzi Abanadia. For Chomon, subscribe to Godey Studio. Hi everyone, my name is Philomena. Kindly subscribe to Godey Studios.
Have you subscribed to Godey Studio? If not, please subscribe and be part of this amazing community. Thank you.